step-by-step plan for your financial health. Think of it less like a stuffy rulebook and more like a blueprint for a much stronger financial future.
I mean, have you ever felt just completely overwhelmed by all the money tips out there? You've got podcasts, articles, experts on social media. It's so easy to feel like you're drowning in advice, and a lot of it even contradicts itself. You are definitely not alone if you feel that way.
So you know what? We're going to cut right through all that noise. Together, we're going to build a really straightforward blueprint, just like you would for a house. Every single part is going to build on the last one, creating a solid, reliable structure for your finances. So, let's get started and lay that foundation.
Every solid building has to start with a strong foundation, right? Well, in the world of finance, that foundation, that's your shield. This is the absolute non-negotiable first step that's going to protect you from whatever crazy stuff life decides to throw your way.
Okay, so your shield actually has two key parts, and it's so important to understand the difference. On one side, you've got your emergency fund. That's your cash, your defense against all the unexpected shocks, like a sudden medical bill or your car breaking down. Then on the other side, you've got good credit. Now, this isn't for emergencies. This is your tool for life's expected big moments, like getting a mortgage for a house. One protects you from surprises, and the other empowers your big plans.
So, how do you actually build that emergency fund? Well, it's pretty simple. Here are 3 steps. First, just aim for a $1,000 starter shield. Seriously, just getting that first $1,000 in the bank brings this incredible psychological relief. Second, put that money in a high-yield savings account, but, and this is key, at a different bank than your checking account. This creates what's called positive friction. It just makes it a little harder to dip into for things that aren't real emergencies. And third, automate it. Use what I call found money, like your tax refund or credit card rewards, to build up your shield without even feeling the pinch in your budget.
All right, now for the other half of our shield, credit. Look, the most important term you need to know here is your credit utilization ratio. It sounds complicated, but it's not. It's just the amount of credit you're using divided by your total credit limit. This number is one of the most powerful factors in your score, and it's something you have total control over. Keeping this number low, like under 30%, can give your score a major boost.
And man, there is just a fog of misinformation out there about credit scores. So let's bust a few myths right now. First, checking your own score? Nope, does not hurt it. That's called a soft inquiry. Second, that old advice to close unused credit cards? Bad idea. The age of your credit accounts actually helps your score. Third, using your debit card does absolutely nothing for your credit score. Zero impact. And finally, paying just the minimum? Sure, it avoids late fees, but it keeps your utilization high, which, as we just saw, is a huge drag on your score.
All right, with our defensive shield in place, we've officially earned the right to go on the offensive. The second part of our blueprint is all about shifting gears from just protecting your money to actively making it grow. It is time to start the engine.
Let's be crystal clear on this, because it's a fundamental concept people mix up all the time. Saving is about preserving your money. It's for security, for your emergency fund, for short-term goals. Investing, on the other hand, is about growing your money. It's for creating wealth, for long-term goals like retirement. You absolutely need both, but they do very, very different jobs.
Now, before you start that engine, you got to know the rules of the road. First up, diversify. Please don't put all your eggs in one basket. It's classic advice for a reason. Second, you have to remember that time is your greatest ally. Thanks to the magic of compounding, the longer your money is invested, the more it can grow. And third, understand the relationship between risk and reward. Higher potential returns almost always come with higher risk. You have to know your own comfort level.
And here's something a lot of people miss. Not all investments are created equal, especially when taxes get involved. See, some investments, like those high-turnover mutual funds, can create a lot of taxable events that eat into your returns. Others, like index funds and ETFs, are built to be way more tax efficient. The big takeaway here is simple. It's not just about what you earn, it's about what you get to keep after taxes.
Okay, the shield is up, the engine is running. Now we get to the final phase, optimizing the entire system. This is where we fine-tune everything to make our financial machine run as efficiently as humanly possible.
And a huge part of optimization is tax planning. But let's be really clear here, just like this quote from Vanguard says. This is not about illegal tax evasion. This is about legally and strategically using the existing tax code to your advantage. It's smart, not shady.
So how does that actually work? Well, here are 2 really powerful pro-level strategies. First, something called bunching deductions. So instead of making charitable donations every year, you can group or bunch several years' worth of donations into a single year. This can push you over the standard deduction. letting you itemize and get a much bigger tax break. Second, using a health savings account, an HSA. It's a triple threat of tax advantages. Your contributions are deductible, the money grows tax-deferred, and any withdrawals from medical costs are completely tax-free. It's one of the best tools out there.
We've covered a lot of ground. Defense, growth, optimization, it's a whole blueprint. But is there one simple, unifying idea that really holds this entire thing together?
Yes, there is. If you only take away one single thing from all of this, let it be this right here. This is your unbreakable rule.
And here it is, 3 simple actions that tie everything we've talked about together. Number 1, pay your debts on time. That builds your credit. It strengthens your shield. Number 2, pay yourself first. That builds your emergency fund and your savings. And finally, number 3, let the rest grow. That is the engine of investing, just working for you, day in and day out. If you can follow these 3 steps, you are well on your way.
So there you have it. The plan is laid out, the steps are clear. The only real question left is the one right there on your screen. Your blueprint is ready. What's your first step?